Hello and welcome to Walking Dead Wednesdays with myself and Poppy. And today we are going to be reviewing episode 20 of season 11. What was it called?
Rest in peace.
No, that's the last episode. Oh, it was called What We've Lost. And we didn't lose anything. Which
is fine.
Is okay. It's fine. Make sure if you enjoy the video that you like and subscribe down below. And let's get into the episode. So, what did we think of the episode?
I don't know.
I felt like I kind of just watched it,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh.
Like, it was the first thing that I watched this morning.
Mm.
Out of the few things I had to watch today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a bit like... Like, I swear... Did we miss something? I swear there's meant to be a fight between someone and Rosita, or has that happened?
That happened at the end of the last episode. Because we saw her
bloody
getting
hell.
attacked by...
Okay, the opening though, with Ezekiel and Carol.
Carol was so good. We should probably say that the little introduction by Judith this week,
so cute.
it was for Carol.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
I really liked it.
It helped
really
reminds me why I like the character.
It really like a lot was said about Daryl and Carol's relationship by Lance this episode.
Yeah.
And it was very like just here what's what it's like, and this is what Lance has picked up on.
Yes, I thought that was really, really good. I mean, the opening scene with Carol getting attacked by the people, and she fought them off very easily,
yeah.
and then Daryl was the one struggling.
Well, it's
Which I thought was quite
they
funny.
probably were like, oh, it's an old lady.
An old lady?
Like,
how dare you call Carol an old lady?
She has white hair.
Yeah,
And
just
she's
because she has
basically
white hair.
Judith and RJ's grandmother at this point, so she's technically an old lady.
Fair enough.
Compared to Daryl, who they know is good at fighting.
Yeah. Oh, but then again, yeah, she hasn't really shown herself to be
exactly.
a fight.
That's what I
Okay,
meant.
no, that makes sense. That makes sense. But the way Ezekiel just disappeared.
Yeah, I was like,
hair?
is he dead? And she's streaming, and they're pulling a Tyrese on us. Is what I thought.
You're
Firstly,
so fixated on the are they pulling a Tyrese on us?
That's because it's traumatizing.
It's traumatized you.
Yeah.
That's quite funny. Yeah, and then Carol came to save the day for Daryl.
Shocked.
Which, let's be honest, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then they said something that actually it made me chuckle, but it made me go, no, how dare they? And it was when they were like, oh, they've got this person, and then Daryl goes, they've even taken dog, and I was like, oh my god, it made me chuckle, and then it made me go,
yeah, I was like, oh, that's rude. I was like, oh my god, why have they killed dog?
I was like, at least dog's alive. Like, we didn't think he was.
On the coach. I'm gonna have to rewatch that scene, see if we can see dog. So what if they just haven't taken dog with them, and they've just released him into the wild?
I'll be honest.
I know you don't care, but
I couldn't really care less about it.
I do.
I think it's a nice plot device having dog there, but it doesn't really serve a big enough purpose. Shiva had a larger story purpose, but dog doesn't, and that's what I think that's why I'm struggling to not care about it, but like it's just like, oh, it's cute, and that's why I laughed, and then I was like, oh, I actually like what's happening there? Why? So then we get Yumiko kicking off. Yumiko literally stormed into Pamela's office and was like, bitch, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Nice to actually see her.
Yumiko, MVP of the episode.
Yeah.
I think.
She was my favourite.
She really...
Yeah.
She worried me for a minute, and then she got back on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about why she worried me in a little bit.
I liked her speech.
We might as well just talk about her storyline, to be fair.
Yeah, okay.
So she found out... So Pamela threatened her brother. So she went to go see her brother. And then
she finds Connie.
Yeah, I missed that bit. I don't know how she found Connie.
Because Connie was hiding in the hospital.
Yeah.
And then
Connie gets captured later on. And then Connie was... What was Connie... What was that guy about? The one that she was following? I think I might have...
He was the one that tried to take her.
Right,
That's
okay.
She was following her.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
He went to where they took them.
Right, okay, that makes sense. So Yumiko then followed the guy, but then that didn't lead anywhere because I think he cottoned on to the fact that she was following him. And then it got to the point where they were doing a public, they were doing like a public speech about the whole Eugene murder trial. And Pamela...
she played... Oh, I was such a...
Oh, yeah, go on.
Yumiko played that extremely well.
Oh, she played it very well.
By saying about how her brother, stand up. He's an
irreplaceable This is an irreplaceable person. You cannot get rid of him. He's amazing. Everyone was clapping him. But secretly, she knew what she was doing because Pamela had threatened him.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a restaurant and they fire the person that cooked your favourite meal. And people can complain about it.
Yeah.
Because why would you fire someone?
It took me a while to work out what the fuck you were going on about, but yeah. But no, that's really smart, is what she's done, because then, as soon as everyone was like, oh, we love Tommy! Is that his name?
Tommy, yeah.
Tommy, we love Tommy! Then she was able to make the shocking statement.
Anyway, I'm going to be...
I'm defending Eugene in the trial.
And Pamela was like...
Oh, there's going to be hell to pay for that.
Yeah.
So that was Yumiko's storyline. I thought Yumiko's storyline was really cool.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with it. I thought it was great. They seem to be planting seeds for what's going to happen in the next couple of episodes. So I think next episode is Eugene's trial. And as well as like what's happening with Outpost
22.
No, it's not. Next episode's Outpost 22. The episode after is Eugene's trial.
Yeah. Because next episode is Maggie and Negan. Then what?
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting. And obviously let's go back to Daryl and Carol, because they were like, oh, how do we find out where our people are? And Carol went, let's go talk to Lance. And I was like, okay. I mean, actually, to be fair, I was actually really excited because I like Lance. I think he's a great character.
Okay.
He's very... Do you not like him?
I'm just like...
Do you just not care?
No.
I really
because the
do
thing
like
is,
him.
I didn't care about the Reaper story. So I wasn't, like, into his character when he came back and was, like, working with Leah.
Leah. Oh, yeah.
So I...
Fairs. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him because I think he's very charismatic, and he's very, like, that shot of him just covered in blood, twirling the coin.
Was really, like...
I think that might be one of my favourite villain shots we've ever had.
Okay.
Like, we've had a lot of good iconic villain shots, but that was really striking, I thought.
That's probably my second favourite.
What's your favourite?
The governor sat watching his fish tanks.
Oh, okay. I think my favourite governor one is when he's got the knife to Herschel's neck.
Oh, okay.
And then I think Negan's introduction. Look,
I watched that last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because it's been what is it, 7 years since it aired? Like, I think yesterday or the day before. So
oh my gosh.
Madness.
Lance said something that I brought up a few episodes ago. You know when Beth was like, if you don't have hope, what's the point of living? Lance says, if we don't have everything, what's the point? What's the point of the children being alive if they don't have this?
Yeah. I didn't notice that.
Did you not notice that?
No.
But he goes, what are you giving your children out there when you can have it in, like, the community? That's what he was kind of saying.
Interesting.
And he goes, because if they don't have it, what's the point?
That I didn't notice that. I genuinely didn't. I think it's... Lance represents something that I don't think we've necessarily had on the show, because he's a very powerful person, but he's like the little finger of this show.
Yeah, he is.
Where he's very good at orchestrating everything, but then he's a weasel when it comes to it. Like, we'll get to it, but like when we see what happened at the end of the episode, it's very similar to what happened at the end of Littlefinger's story as well. Yeah. Which I thought was really good. So, there was, hold on. There was a scene, so I don't really know how it happened, but Daryl got split off from Carol and Lance.
It's because when they went to get Lance out, it's like band set off the alarm.
Yeah,
so
I got that bit.
Stormtroopers came.
Yeah.
And Daryl stayed to shoot them so they could run off.
Oh, you see, I didn't think he was staying. I thought he was just, like, lingering to, like, shoot at them, and then he was running after them. But he properly stayed to fight them off. Okay, that makes sense. I think And then, like, were they in, like, sewers? They were in some kind of, like, dark tunnel.
Yeah,
I had to close the curtains. I had them open and then
close
them.
this bit because
Did you?
Yeah.
There was...
It was nothing adding to the plot other than...
I'll be honest,
Carol
it was some really, really
Really?
cool moments. Because there was a moment where she literally skinned a walker.
Christ.
And then... Because she was, like, shooting them with, like, a gun.
I saw some bits.
And then... that's when I closed the blind so I could see everything.
Because
and then there was one that snuck up on her, and Lance was just standing there.
Shock.
And then she was like trying to, and then she ripped its face off, and it was pretty disgusting. And then she ended up shooting it in the head, and it like blew the top of its head off.
Oh.
It was a really cool moment.
So
I wrote that down as my...
Cool.
Cinematically, I thought it was really cool.
Did it add to the plot? No.
Yes.
Well,
I think it did. Because I think this is the moment that Carol knew that she couldn't depend on Lance.
Well, I don't think Carol...
I don't think Carol thought that in any way, shape or form. But if it came to him saving her life, I think she now knew that that was not an option.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get.
I think the frustrating thing is now that we've got 4 episodes left. Like, we've literally got an 1/8 of the season left, right? Because it's 24 episodes, and... No, it's not an 1/8. It's a 6th. A 6th of the episode left.
Sorry, Mathis.
No, of the season left. A 6th of the season left, and no main character has died this season.
At this point, they're just going to blow them all up at the end, and that's why Daryl leaves. Because he's, like, so depressed.
Well, no, because he gets taken against his will, doesn't he?
How do you know this?
Because it's set... There's the... Like, he just wakes up in France. Have you not heard the synopsis of the show? It sounds sick. So he just lands... He comes to France for some reason, and France is in the middle of... Or, like, the area that he gets dropped in is in the middle of a dictatorship.
Oh.
And it's like...
Commonwealth.
It's like Commonwealth, but if they were actually evil.
Yeah, but they don't speak English, surely.
Oh, I don't know how it's going to work, but
Like,
it'll be interesting. They're going to blow up the Louvre.
Oh, that's quite cool.
That's quite cool. There's just a lot of stuff that I think they can do that I think is going to be really interesting.
They should go to Disneyland Paris.
They should. I'm also really excited for Dead City. I think that'll be really interesting. The Negan and Maggie spin-off.
I know.
Yeah. We'll be reviewing that one as well.
Yeah,
because next year it looks like April is going to be the Maggie and Negan show.
Mm.
Then like summer is going to be
Fear.
summer's going to be Daryl, and then like October time is going to be Rick and Michonne.
Oh, okay.
So they're planning, and then they're going to fit in like Fear in between that, because I think next season of Fear is the last one.
Good.
Yeah, very very much so. But then I think they should take some characters from that and give them their own show, because there are some really good characters on that show that are just bogged down by Morgan. Morgan's Hope Crusade. Honestly, it's so frustrating, that show. It could have been so good.
The first season is so good though, and I will stand by it.
Yeah, the first season is really good. I think the first 3 seasons are really good. I know you haven't really gotten into it past that, but the first 3 seasons are incredible. And then beyond that,
the 4th season, right? It's the 4th season after Chris.
Yeah, Chris dies in season.
In season 3.
4. He does in season 4.
Does he?
Yeah, because Morgan comes in season 4.
Chris.
Chris dies in season 2. Sorry, I'm thinking of Nick. Sorry,
yeah, Nick.
Chris dies end of season 2.
Maybe I haven't watched season 3.
You haven't watched season 3. Season 3 is the best season.
Is that the one where they're like fighting the other tribe people?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I've half watched.
Yeah, it's just an incredible season. And the end of that season is fucking incredible. And we haven't really had a season like that. We've had good episodes since.
Yeah.
Like the episode with Grace where she like gives birth and we think she's going to die, but it ends up being her baby that dies.
That was a very controversial episode.
I think it's only controversial because of when it aired, whereas I think it is a great episode.
Good episode, but
it's incredible.
it was a bit deep.
And then there are some other really, really good episodes and really great moments, but it's just bogged down by so much shit.
I like Chris's episode where he dies.
That is a good episode.
That's why I remember it.
It's not my favourite episode of the season, but it's a good episode.
Good.
So anyway, back to this episode. The only thing we've got left to talk about is Daryl meets back up with Lance and Carol, saves them from being apprehended by the stormtroopers.
Yeah, and we've got to talk about the end. And
then Lance talks about a train. Now, we've heard about the train before, and if you read the comics, there's a huge storyline where Stephanie and Eugene fix the train, and then Stephanie doesn't die there. She dies during the time jump. She just dies, and we just never hear about her again. And then Eugene's like, "Oh yeah, she died," and we're like, "Okay." So anyway, they've cut out the whole fixing the train storyline because they've taken Eugene in a different direction, which is fair enough because it wasn't a particularly exciting.
It's a good direction.
It is actually quite a good direction. I'm enjoying it. But then my only problem now is that the train feels like it's just been plucked out of thin air.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, they were fixing the train, so they were making it usable. But now it's just come out of nowhere. It's like, oh, we have a train, by the way.
No, it's so they can go to different horizons, actually.
But yeah. So Lance is basically like, oh, you need me in order to find... in order to get to where your friends are going. We know they're going to Outpost 22, but they're being taken there by coach, which I thought was weird. Yeah. And they're not using the train. Why
say a train and not use the train?
What is the point of the train if they're being taken by coach?
And I swear to God, if we get there and there's Oceanside people there, and that's where they are, I'm going to flip.
Do you want some really bad news?
No.
I'm going to tell it anyway. So, Oceanside, I can't remember if it's Angela Kang or someone else, but they mentioned it and they were like, there was just too much to fit in, so there might be some loose ends that don't get tied up, and Oceanside might be one of those.
Then where are Aaron and Jerry and
I don't fucking know. I don't care.
I do.
I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, there are very specific characters.
Can we actually talk about the fact that they've just taken everyone? So does that mean they've literally taken all of Nabela's kids?
Yeah. Probably.
Ezekiel.
Yeah. Because we saw Ezekiel get not euthanized. What's the word? And like knocked out using a drug. What do you call that?
Not.
What's the word?
English.
Basically just put under anesthetic. Yeah. Was knocked out. I thought that was a really cool shot.
So have they just knocked out Coco, the baby, with anaesthetic? Isn't that a bit dangerous?
I don't know. I don't know what they've done.
This is what the loose ends are.
Well, no, because I'm assuming we'll see them next episode. But Outpost 22 appears to be some kind of colony where they send the people that they don't like. So it's almost like a working colony.
Yeah, in the... That's just really off subject.
Go on.
In the Monopoly, there's a place called Outpost 22. And you can buy it.
In the Monopoly?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't know anything about it, but we'll find out next episode. And that's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lance got shot by Carol.
Shot by an arrow.
Carol basically was like, "Go on, run away, go on, off you go." And then he backed up, and then he grabbed a gun out of the back of the thing. But before he could shoot anyone, Carol shot him through the neck. And
Carol was like, "No,
just not today.
Not today.
Not today." I was expecting his death to be a bit more dramatic. Yeah. I was expecting. I didn't expect her to just shoot him with an arrow.
I thought I saw something in a trailer that didn't happen, and I was really confused.
What did you think you saw?
Well, I thought that at the end of the episode they made it to the train yard.
They
found everyone, because I swear there's images of Lance there, and that's where he gets killed.
I was under the impression that there was some kind of train involved at the end of the episode, and there wasn't, and I was like,
it was so I was a bit underwhelmed.
Weird, because when they were on the coach, I thought that was the train.
Yeah.
Until it zoomed out, and I was like, oh, okay. Sure. Because I thought that would have been a cool introduction to the train.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. So yeah, so that was the episode. What would you rate it out of 10?
7. 6, 7, 7, 6.5.
I think I'd give it 7 purely because there were some really nice moments.
Yeah,
with,
there
like,
were some good
Yumiko.
speeches, which I like.
Carol had some really good moments in this episode.
I liked the opening flashback.
The opening was
well.
great. Yeah, I think there was just a lot of good moments in this
I'm
episode.
gonna go back and write down what she says.
Yeah.
In my little notes.
In your little notes, because you're keeping a track of that.
Mm.
But who do we think next episode is going to be about? I think it's going to be Negan.
Or
Or
Maggie.
Maggie.
No, it has to be Maggie because I've seen.
Oh, because then Negan has family, because that's when his wife comes back.
So Outpost Way 2, it's Maggie. Then it'll be Negan, and then hopefully.
No, because the episode after next is
Faith.
Faith.
And then it'll be Father Gabriel.
But they haven't given Aaron one.
Or Rosita.
They've given Eugene one, which is fair enough because he's a big player in the storyline at the moment.
But next episode will definitely be Maggie.
I reckon next episode will be Maggie. Yeah, definitely Maggie.
Have you seen the bit where have you seen the promo?
Yes.
Okay, well that's why I think it'll be Maggie.
Okay, Maggie is definitely in the next episode a lot.
Maybe.
I haven't worked out why.
And you're just trolling yourself at this point.
No, I think he will.
Right.
I think he will.
He might not though, because we've still got Gabriel, Rosita, and Aaron that have been in the show longer.
Do you know what would have made sense if they'd have made the last episode Rick's one rather than the first episode?
Yeah.
That would have made more sense.
But maybe the last episodes.
And maybe they made the first episode Negan's because he was obviously a big player in that first episode.
Yeah.
That would have made sense to me.
But he is in the first episode.
Who?
Negan.
Yeah, he is.
No, I mean the first bit he is in it.
He is, but not like enough to warrant like this is his journey.
Because I was gonna tell you this today.
Yeah.
I don't think the first one is Rick's.
Do you not?
It's the story as a whole.
But I said that to you. I said I think it's like the story so far.
Well, yeah, but now we've gone
from Rick's perspective.
Now we've got further into them. I think it's genuinely not Rick's, and Rick's will be the last one.
Yeah, maybe.
Or like Michonne and Rick at the same time, please.
Yeah.
Or like Judith.
Maybe they'll be like staying true to like who's been in it longest.
Please.
And they've gone Daryl, Eugene, Carol. Next episode's Maggie. The episode after is Rosita.
For family.
For Faith. Then family
Gabriel.
is Negan. Gabriel won't get one, I don't think.
Gabriel could be Faith. Family could be Rosita, and then Rick, and then Aaron could be the last one. Rest in peace, because he's technically Rick.
I don't know. I don't know. But if you're working under the,
you're loving Negan and you want him to have one.
The only reason I think Negan's going to get one is because he's a character that's confirmed to survive. Do you know what I mean?
So is everyone who's getting one gonna survive? Is that what you're trying to say? Because if so, you're lying to yourself.
I don't see a reason for them to... But the people that they've done so far are Daryl, Eugene, Carol...
Right.
And they're characters that I know will survive.
Right.
I don't think Eugene's going to die.
Okay.
Whereas, I think if they gave Rosita one... and then killed her off in the episode, it would make sense, but...
Yeah. I just think that in the comics, when Judith, is saying this, he's talking about dead people. And I know they're not all going to die, but in Daryl's one, they're talking about... In every single one, they're talking about the people that have died in their story.
Yeah.
So they...
Yeah.
So, like, in Carol's one, it was, like, the farm.
Yeah, with Sophia.
And then it showed her and Daryl, because that was, like, her, like, big...
Did it show Lizzie and Mika at all?
No. Which I was
Did it show Henry at all?
No. Which I was shocked at.
Interesting.
It only showed Sophia, and then it showed her blowing up Sanctuary. And it didn't show... You know my favourite bit? Where they see Carol after they all get out of Sanctuary and they all hug her. They didn't show that bit.
Yeah, but that's not as defining for her character as it is the like blowing up terminus.
Yeah, but that's like the best part.
It is a very good part of the episode. But yeah, we could argue for hours on who we think is going to get the next one. We were right with Carol for this episode, and I think we'll be right for Maggie next week. But I think Faith will be Rosita, family will be Negan, and then I don't know, maybe.
I feel like if they have an episode called Faith, it will have to be Father
But
Gabriel in my head.
Rosita is also with Father Gabriel. So it could be a
True.
Rosita and Father Gabriel flashback.
Yeah, but then they could have just done that with Eugene's and have it with Eugene and Rosita because they came at the same time.
But Eugene's storyline didn't necessarily involve Rosita,
But
that
she
episode.
was in the episode. And she was one of
She
the only Carols in the
was.
episode.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
how
know.
technically Carols... Did you not feel like Carols was just a Carol and Daryl kind of thing?
No, I felt like it was.
Okay,
I felt like
I
it was
did.
her,
I didn't.
and then it became like
no,
their story.
Because the first shot is her and Daryl.
Hmm.
When Daryl saves her from the farm.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was another Daryl one until I was like, oh, it's that shot with Carol and Daryl, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was Carol, but it was very heavily
Carol and Daryl. Yeah. No, that's fair.
But yeah.
But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. And we will see you next week for Outpost 22.
Yeah.
Very excited for that. A lot of shit's going to go down. Has a lot
Hopefully.
of big players in it as well.
Yeah, it does.
Which I'm concerned about. So we'll see you guys next week. Keep on ranting. Bye.